Hey guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming at you with a new Let's Play series on a game called Heart of Amethyst. I think this is a furry isekai, possibly? I like the art style, I like the character designs, the music is really good. So yeah, guys, I am very excited to just jump right into this. Please sit back and join me as we begin a new Let's Play visual novel series. Let's do it! And jumping right in now. Start. Okay, alright. Alarm chain, you're up. Alright. Let's do it. Very excited. The story of our world is a long and complicated one. But, like any story, it has a beginning. I was going to say, it has an end. It has a beginning. Once upon a time, this world was but a mere mass of nothingness. The air was dry, the water scarce, and the land dead. Years passed, and there was no hope for that place. But one day, 3 celestial beings took notice of this and descended from up above. Ooh. Gramoon, the goddess of strength. She used her fists to set the land straight, giving form to the mountains, valleys, and many other things. Legir, the goddess of wisdom. She created the rain, and with it, the plants grew from the soil and the land turned lush and beautiful. And Yume, the goddess of spirit, used many rocks, branches, and other inanimate things to create wildlife, giving birth to animals in sea, land, and sky. Once that was done, the 3 of them smiled at their creations. Happy with their work, they set their course back home. But when Yume took a last glance to the land, she noticed how lonely it all was. So, acting behind her sister's back, she blew on the golden desert sands. And from them, the first feline race emerged, who seemed to be different from all her previous creations. Seeing Yume's work, curiosity took over Legere, who in turn used the delicate snowflakes of icy mountains to create other intelligent beings. The cunning birds. Lastly, overflown by jealousy, Gramoon wished to create something herself. So, she gathered many crystals and minerals from the vast land, giving rise to the brave canines. The 3 races lived in peace for many years. So pleased with their creations, each of the 3 goddesses gave something to the people of their continent as a gift. Gramoon gifted the 3 species the strength to fight against the cruel odds of the world. Legere gifted the 3 species the wisdom to organize themselves in communities and develop the tools they may need. And Yume gifted the 3 species with emotions and dreams, giving them hope and happiness. These divine gifts were meant to be used for the good of them all. But darkness found a way into their hearts, and the species decided to use them for their own purposes. Soon, the flame of war set ablaze. Each of the species fought bitterly, and millions of lives were lost after years of war and conflict. Feeling extremely guilty for this, the 3 goddesses found a solution by giving their lands the last gift. They sent the first apostle to the world. The apostle was the only being that bared a perfect balance of the 3 celestial gifts within it. Using strength, wisdom, and a strong soul, the apostle managed to convince the king of canines, Andreas, to stop the relentless war. And with that, peace came back to the land. With the world finally at peace, the 3 goddesses returned home to get the rest they deserved, allowing the land and its inhabitants to grow, create, and share their blessings and gifts on their own. And they were sure that if anything else were to happen, the world would always have the apostle to set things right once more. Quite an interesting story. Oh god, that art! The life of a commoner. Oh my god, that's beautiful! Ooh. Oh, we work it. Oh. And that's how the goddesses created the world. Alright, that's enough for tonight, honey. It's time to go to bed. Mother places the book on her lap and smiles softly towards me. She then moves a black string of hair from her face and yawns. But, Ma, I want to stay awake a little longer. I cringe at the thought of going to sleep this early. It's not even my bedtime yet, and the sun has just set a few moments ago. Mom is tired, Ellie. We'll continue tomorrow. The bags under her eyes are proof of that. Sadly for me, Mom seems to be tired all the time lately. It probably has something to do with the daddy not being home. After all, he's out selling some of the goods that we produced in our farm. Which means that while Dad is gone, Mom needs to take care of their 2 kids, watch over the animals, tend to the crops, and perform her duties as a healer. But, honey, Mommy is really tired. I'll read you some more tomorrow, she says again as she rubs her eyes, not giving much importance to my childish complaints. But, you always say the same thing! I protest some more, but she pays me no mind, laughing it off. Oh, come here, you silly puppy. Oh, She opens her arms to me, and even if I want to stay mad at her, I can't resist a hug. My greatest weakness. Your dad should be here by tomorrow. We will read all night once he returns. Sounds good? You promise? Yes, I do. She gently kisses my forehead and lets go of me. Oh my, look how late it is. Time to get ready. I watch as she places the big red book back in the bookshelf. Then she goes to take care of the final arrangements for bedtime. While she does all that, I distract myself by looking through the window. The night outside is very peaceful. If you pay enough attention, you can easily see the moonlight shining on the leaves of the trees and hear the grasshoppers singing their night song. Silly animals. They'll be frog food by the morning. I mean, they could hop on a tree and stay there, but they just love their grass, don't they? It makes sense after all. They are grasshoppers, not tree hoppers. Ellie, your sister is crying! It took me some time to hear it, but she was right. Little Mary's crying her heart out in the other room. Mom can sometimes be very impressive. I wonder if all moms have this sort of abilities, enhanced senses, the power to predict the future, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, I do as I'm told, walking to the other side of the room, fetching my baby sis. After taking her in my arms, Mary stopped crying. Oh, this baby just hates being alone. I moved back to where Mom is, trying to give the baby to her. Here she is, I say, but Mom just ignores my plea for help and continues working on her tasks. You carry her, honey. I'm busy. With that said, she moves away to work on something else. So I just returned to my window, but this time with a baby in my hands. Oh. Kelly front not fa- Can you listen to them, Mary? The grasshoppers are singing beautifully tonight, and the frogs will be very happy by the morning. Seeing her sleep in my arms brings a smile to my face. Right on cue, little Mary opens her eyes and looks back at me. She's clearly expecting me to do something. So I try to make a funny face for her to laugh at. I succeed. Her cute baby giggles warming the room. You ready for bed, Ellie? You know I'm not, but I must. The quick response makes her laugh, but she refuses to say anything else. Instead, she just hugs me from behind. Now, don't be like that. We have an agreement. She starts humming in my ear, her best strategy to make me sleepy, but little did she know her evil tricks have not worked on me since I was 5. I'm a big boy now. I'm 10 and a half. Yes, honey, you are. Now time for bed. But, Ma, can I just... Uh-oh. I end up being dragged to bed. She places the baby in her crib, then helps me tidy up, giving me a last motherly kiss on the forehead. I stay up for a little longer, mostly thinking about all the cool stuff Dad is going to be bringing from his trip back from his trip to the city. I'm so excited for tomorrow. Oh no. Woken up by the rustle outside, I slowly but steadily walk to the main room. There I see Mother speaking to one of the girls from the village, Samantha, if I'm not mistaken. She's been here once or twice. I think her dad is sick. Oh, Hilda, I'm so afraid. I think he started puking blood again, and last night was definitely the worst one so far. Okay, Samantha, bring him in, and I'll see what I can do. The girl nods and quickly exits the house. Mom turns around and smiles softly at me, letting me know that everything is okay. Sorry, honey, can you take care of your sister today? I'll be busy. Mom asks, and I just nod. It seems like this is going to be a long day. Oh. Morning passes, and Mom is still working on Samantha's dad. The man is placed on the table used for patients. We never eat there, so I guess that's fine. It would be really gross otherwise. Anyway, I've been curiously eyeing our 2 guests. They're both dogs, but the only thing they have in common is their brown hair. So, if you think about it, Samantha probably takes after her mom. Just like me and my sister, as we don't look like our dad at all. He's a brown wolf and Ma is a white vixen. And you can clearly see the resemblance between her and us. Although Dad says I'll be as tall as him one day. While I was thinking about silly stuff, as per usual, the man starts to cough aggressively. Oh yes, the thing that kills so many characters in anime. Vague coughing disease. Samantha is now kneeling beside her dad, trying to keep his head high. Meanwhile, Mom's preparing all sort of equipment. A bucket, some bandages made of leaves from our garden, many other flowers, and a stick. Don't ask me what she's going to do with that, because I don't know. All right, I got everything I may need. Help me out, Samantha. Yes, ma'am. For a while, the man doesn't seem to be getting any better, but as the 2 of them work on him, he finally calms down. He doesn't cough anymore, and the color of his face turned back to normal. My mom sighs relieved, and Samantha begins to tear up a little. Is it done? Sadly, no. The girl makes a funny face and begins to cry once more as Mom shakes her head in denial. It's okay, don't cry. Oh, goddesses, I don't want him to die. The girl falls to the ground. Mom tries to help her up, but she's unable to. Poor Samantha. I don't know what I would do if something happened to my dad.
Ellie, come here, honey.
I step over the crying Samantha, reaching Mom's side. She looks at me with a worried expression on her face.
Ellie, sweetie, I need a favor.
Mom then walks over to me, kneeling beside me. She grabs my shoulders and looks to me directly into the eyes.
Honey, as you can see, Samantha's daddy is very ill, but I can save him.
You really do?
Yes, honey, I do, but I'm going to need your help. I need you to go into the forest and bring me a very specific plant. I'll describe it to you, but you must pay close attention, okay?
I nod, making her smile. Her tone of voice is soft but serious at the same time.
This plant is growing nearby, so you don't have to go very deep into the forest to get it. It has purple flowers with dark green leaves and a lighter stem. There are many plants with purple flowers around here, and some are poisonous, so be careful in your picking.
Purple flowers with dark green leaves and lighter stem. Okay. She kisses my forehead and then pats my head. I'm going to look at that again. Purple flowers with dark green leaves and lighter stem. Okay. Alright.
Will you be okay?
Of course! You can count on me!
Okay, sweetie, don't take long.
Don't take your sister with you either. She pretty much pushed me to the entrance, so I had no option but to exit the house to do this for her. It's not like I wouldn't do it, but she really needed to be pushy about it.
Oh, Samantha, can you take care of my baby while Ellie is outside? Yes, ma'am, of course.
Once outside, I take a moment to enjoy the breeze and the sunlight. Oh yeah, looks like we're outside Rannick's cottage. I can see our chickens from here. And our horse! Daddy always takes the younger one whenever he goes to the city. I really wish I could accompany him, but he says I'll have to wait until I'm older. I want to see the capital so bad. But enough of that. Mom needs me to do this. Besides, I can still hear the rustling inside, meaning that the two women are most likely trying to keep Samantha's father stable. So I should try to hurry back. With that in mind, I decide to walk deeper into the forest, trying to find the plant Mom asked for. This forest is always full of life. If you watch closely, you can see some bugs, birds, and even a few cute little lizards. There's a stream running close, and you can actually hear the melodic sound of the water from here. And to top it all, the tall trees cast a comforting shadow above the rest of the forest, allowing just a few rays of sunlight to reach the ground. I find the forest to be very relaxing, and my favorite place in the world. Not that I've visited any other places. Ellie, focus! I need to find this plant! I slap myself a few times for good measure. Then I run my hands around many different types of bushes, moving the leaves and watching carefully. Aha! There it is, I think. Yep. Lighter stem, yeah. This flower is purple, but I'm not sure if this is the one. Ouch, it also has thorns, so I must be careful with it. I decide to keep on searching just in case. Okay, that could work. And just as I thought, I found another purple plant. This one is thinner, and the flower itself isn't as colorful as the previous one. Could this be the one? I decide to triple check. Better not to take the wrong one. After all, the life of that man depends on this. After a few moments passed, as I expected, I found yet another purple flower. No, the stem is supposed to be lighter. And this one has a strong smell. It's a good sign, right? Strong smell means strong medicine. They all look kind of similar, though. Which one am I supposed to take home? The thin-looking one. There you go. This has got to be it. Mom said purple, so this is purple, so I must hurry back. I run back as fast as I can. Luckily, I wasn't far from home, so I was back with a basket full of plants before you could say stinky chicken. Okay, stinky chicken. Uh-oh. I knock the door and Samantha opens it for me.
Oh, thank goodness, you're back! Oh, thank the goddesses, you're back! Please, hurry!
I just moved past her, not saying anything. I'm far more focused on seeing my mom's reaction.
Here it is, Mom!
I present to Mom the basket full of plants.
Thanks, honey. This will make things much easier.
My tail begins to wag, and I can't help but smile back at her.
Ellie, wait outside with Samantha. I must focus on this, okay?
I do as Ma says, but Samantha seems reluctant to leave. Oh. She ends up doing it anyway as Mom hurries her out. We both sit by a rock outside. Samantha looks anxious, so I try to calm her down by pressing my little paw on her side.
It's gonna be okay. Mom knows what she's doing.
She looks back at me with a kind yet sad smile, then turns back to the house and sighs.
I can just pray for his safety.
I tilt my head as she says that, as I'm unsure what she means.
Praying? Like hunting? Huh? No, that's not what I meant to pray to the goddesses.
She looks confused as well, so none of us knows what to say.
Have you ever prayed, Ellie?
I don't think so. What's that?
Oh, well, I'm not sure how to explain it. Here, try it with me, and we'll do it together.
She joins her hands together. I try to mimic that, hoping that I'm doing it properly. Like this?
Yes, perfect. Now just clear your mind and close your eyes. Listen to everything around you and imagine a clear sky. Once there, just talk to the goddesses and ask for whatever you want.
I close my eyes, trying to imagine that nice spot in the forest that I like a lot. I try to ask for many things, the well-being of my dad and Samantha's, of course. I also ask for my little sister and my ma. I wish I could play with her some more, with Daddy, too. I spend some time asking for many different things, but nothing happens. I'm confused. Is someone supposed to talk back to me? She opens her eyes as well, a little tear running down her cheek.
Oh, well, I'm not sure. The priest says that he can hear the voice of the goddesses. If I'm being honest, I've never heard them myself. But I know they're up there somewhere, listening to us and keeping us safe. They must be.
Samantha's eyes brightened as she spoke to me about the teachings of the priest. It was also very interesting, and I wonder why we don't pray. Maybe Mom forgot to teach us. Maybe she is one of them. The day went by and the sun is already setting. I spent the whole day just talking with Samantha. She tried to keep the conversation lively, so I asked her as many things from the town as I could. I've never been outside of this forest, so hearing the awesome stuff they do in town is quite interesting. I want to see a cow so bad now. All I've ever seen are chickens. In between our conversation, the door opens, making Samantha immediately stand up. Mom walks out of the house. She's clearly tired, but has a big smile on her face.
He's safe now, Samantha. He's also awake, so you can go check on him.
Samantha immediately leaves my side and runs back to the house. I go by Mom's side and grab her hand. She pats my head and smiles. Did the plant work?
Yes, it did. You did an amazing job, honey.
I smile back at her, my tail wagging like crazy. I'm a big boy. But I still enjoy it so much when she praises me. We stay like that for some time, just enjoying each other's company. But then I remember a question that's been on my mind since noon. Mom, why don't we pray? I've been curious all day ever since Samantha taught me how to do it.
Well, that's a tricky question. Did Samantha say something specific?
She just showed me how to pray. I tilt my head, looking at her pleadingly for answers. She sighs, kneeling beside me and looking directly to my eyes.
Well, in this world, people believe that the goddesses will keep them safe all the time. They think that by only praying, they will be fine and all things will be given to them eventually, if they're just faithful enough. And while that's a nice thought, well, your dad and I have our reasons to think that's not true.
But how do you know? She seems a little taken aback by that last question. But then she smiles and scratches my ear.
When your father comes back, we'll explain it to you, okay?
I don't like her answer, but if I just have to wait for Daddy, it won't be so bad.
It's okay, honey. I promise.
That's okay. I'll wait. But shouldn't Dad be back by now?
Well, maybe he got distracted with something, or he had to stay the night in the capital.
Oh no, did his dad run out for cigarettes?
I hope he's okay. I prayed for his safety.
But now I know that won't work. My ears drop as I can't help but miss my dad. Mom kisses my head and tickles my belly, making me laugh.
It's the thought that counts, honey. Now let's go inside. It's getting late.
Oh, God, no. His dad is okay. I'm wondering, if you make the wrong decision for the plant, can you fucking get that poor woman's dad killed? Oh, my God. The next day, nothing really interesting happened. Samantha left by the morning with her dad as Mom allowed them to stay the night. So aside from talking with Samantha for a while, it's been a very uneventful day. It's almost nighttime, and I can't help but wonder what happened to Dad. He hasn't returned yet, and I have a nasty feeling in my belly. Mom told me that I shouldn't worry, but I miss him terribly. I'm currently sitting by the window, looking to the forest path, wishing to see a glimpse of Dad's fur among the trees. But nothing has happened so far.
Nothing yet?
Mom sits beside me, patting my head as she hums a song.
No, nothing. Is he really okay, Ma? Should we go look for him? You know your dad, honey. He's probably picking rocks by a river or something silly like that. He's always been a dreamer and a bit of an airhead. You took that from him. As Mom keeps talking about Dad, my ears pick up on a rustle among the bushes. I take a closer look, and in fact I see a glimpse of brown fur among the trees. I jump off my Mom as fast as I can, running to the door. She tells me to wait, but I'm too excited to listen. Oh, shit. I run as fast as I can towards the bushes where I've seen Dad. I want to ask him so many things, but first he'll get a big hug. Oh! Dad! Oh no! A gnome is attacking me! I was feeling so happy it took me a moment to realize that I'm not hugging my dad. What are you doing here, Mr. Mr. Biscotti? What the... Really? The old man starts to laugh, his gray beard moving up and down as he does so. Oh, little Ellie, I'm so glad to see you. I feared I got lost in this forest. The huge brown wolf is called Mr. Biscotti. He's my dad's partner in the capital, a merchant. He helps Dad with his business, and in return he gets a discount from him.
Or that's what Mom told me.
Eh, I'm not that little anymore.
We both start to laugh. He pats my head and nods happily, then scratches my ears some, making my tail wag excitedly.
Oh yes, you've grown quite a few inches
Since I last saw you, haven't you? Mr. Biscotti has been here a few times, and I like him a lot. He treats me nice, and he often brings me gifts from town. How's your mom, kiddo?
Hey, she's fine. We're expecting Daddy, but he hasn't showed up yet.
His face turns sour for a moment, and he seems to be thinking about something serious. He then smiles as if nothing happened.
Huh, before I forget, I got something for you. You're going to love it for sure.
Oh, I'm gonna pause it right there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a brand new episode of Heart of Amethyst. Really looking forward to where this goes. I love the cutesy little art style. Man, this artwork in the background is so fucking good. And I love the save profiles. They're so cool. Oh my god, I can't wait to get further in this game. Guys, go play this game and support the artists and the creators and the writers. It's so cool so far. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!